Welcome into AZ Audibles. Haley Stasiak, Eric Sorensen, and Jordan Ham here. College spring workouts are in full swing. Jordan, you were in Tucson watching Arizona's practices. What did you see in those early games?
A lot of up-tempo workouts between on both sides, the offense and the defense. You can tell there's sort of a new energy with Kevin Sumlin, Noah Mazzoni coming in. A lot of the staff is very new. So one thing that Coach Sumlin said was they aren't very familiar with this team. They purposely didn't watch much film because they wanted a clean slate for everybody. And obviously, all eyes are on Khalil Tate, the Heisman hopeful. But one local guy that really jumped out to me was Jalen Harris over at Desert Ridge. He was a great defensive end and tight end. He's really bulked up. This was a very young defense last year that really, I feel like, overachieved. And this could be a guy that could be a nice contributor for them over the next couple of years.
Off the field, I got to give a shout out to the U of A marketing department or whoever put together the new hashtag Arizona with Rich Rodriguez out and Kevin Sumlin in. And you mentioned Khalil Tate, dynamic sophomore season, but I thought, guys, towards the end of it against Oregon and ASU, he not only got worn out but got beat up a little bit. It'll be interesting to follow how Tate adjusts to Sumlin's offense and if he can bounce back and have an even better junior season, which is going to be saying a lot considering what he did as a sophomore.
ASU is also adjusting to a new coaching staff, and you mentioned kind of the vibes out at practice. The vibes at ASU are very different as well. You walk up and the music's blasting from the speakers during the stretches. Guys are dancing to get loose. I was watching Manny Wilkins stand and discuss with N'Keal Harry, kind of going over a route. And just you see that leadership with Wilkins. You see the quarterback battles kind of happening. N'Keal Harry is obviously a guy to watch, also a local guy from Chandler. He's had 1,100 receiving yards, last year. So he's one to keep an eye out this spring and coming into 2018. And
you mentioned that the guys were dancing. When I was out there, Coach Herm Edwards was doing the dancing. So it is a much, seemed like a looser vibe. Everybody's having a little bit of fun before the real work will begin this fall.
Edwards has really stressed to his staff, less yelling, more teaching. And you said it's just a completely different environment. I was out there last week with Haley, and we saw Ray Anderson, talking with Herm Edwards during practice, not before or after practice, but during the actual workout. Edwards has also made all the practices open to the fans and the media, which in this day and age, guys, is absolutely unheard of, with everyone thinking everyone else is stealing everyone else's signals and calls and things like that. So interesting spring out at ASU, and I'll be curious to see how that transforms going into the fall.
Over at Ottawa University, Eric, you were there last week. What did you see out there that impressed you?
Mike Nesbitt and his staff have over 100 players on the roster, which is pretty unbelievable for a first-year NAIA program. He said to me, once the student-athletes got back from break and the calendar changed from 2017 to 2018, there was more of a sense of urgency because a lot of these players have been on campus working out at different high schools, waiting for this inaugural season. Now they have their own stadium, their own turf, their own practice facility. And that was one of the biggest takeaways I got. A lot of these Ottawa players really want to make their mark because they have an established identity as the first program in Ottawa Spirit history. On the field, one local player to watch is Amari Burks, went to Centennial High School, transferred in from Adams State up in Colorado. He could really be a leader in the back half of that secondary for Nesbitt and that staff.
That's what we've got for you this week on AZ Audibles. Be sure to check out all of our football content on sports360az.com.